white dripping, get you right. Should've looked good in the moonlight. This pussy nigga so bad, my spotlight.
Hello, viewers all over the world. Greetings. This is your friend and brother ODoctor.ng. If this is your first time of joining us, this is your favorite YouTube channel, solely crafted for the purpose of health education and the creation of awareness about health and disease conditions. Today we shall be talking about the signs and symptoms of breast cancer. But before I go on, permit me to say this one. I do not diagnose diseases online. That's one. Two, I do not prescribe drugs online. Then three, this channel is for educational purposes only. It does not in any way substitute or represent your doctor's office. So today we shall be talking about the signs and symptoms of breast cancer. What is cancer? Cancer means a situation whereby a cell in the human body goes haywire and starts growing without being under the control of the body regulatory mechanisms. In other words, it becomes independent of the body's influence even while still inside the human body. For example, I give you an analogy. A plane is flying from Lagos to London, and midway to London, this plane loses the control of the pilot and continues to fly on its own. The pilot and the engineers and the airway officials make frantic efforts to stop the plane from flying. They drain the fuel, yet the plane keeps on flying. That's exactly what happens in the case of cancer. It becomes totally on its own, independent of the body, even while still in the human body. So how common is breast cancer? As a matter of fact, breast cancer is the commonest cancer in the world. About 2.2 million cases, new cases every year. Followed by, the second is lung cancer. Then the third is colorectal cancer. Our actor Black Panther died of, you heard of about it, colorectal cancer. In Nigeria too, breast cancer is the commonest cancer. In fact, studies have shown that about 1 in 14 of every Nigerian woman stand a risk of developing breast cancer. But people are not aware. As a matter of fact, almost 100% of all the breast cancer cases I have seen and managed, almost all of them presented after metastasis, after the cancer has spread. So the thing is, people are not aware, even though that the disease is quite common. This is one of the reasons that necessitated the institution of this channel to help to bring people in the know, to help create the consciousness of this deadly condition called breast cancer. So when I tell you to please help me to share and subscribe, please do oblige me in that request. Now, what are the signs and symptoms of breast cancer? In this lecture, I'm going to tell you the 10 signs and symptoms that you need to watch out for and should not neglect. Number 1, breast cancers can be asymptomatic. In other words, no symptom. Most persons have been saved by going for regular yearly breast screening. That was how their own asymptomatic cancer was detected. So it is advisable for every woman that is above 40 years and above to at least once in a year present yourself to a good hospital and demand for breast screening. Yes, you are fine and healthy, just go for going sake. I'm not saying that you should think that you should have cancer, but just go, okay? Because it has been found out that breast cancers can present asymptomatically. That's 1. 2, breast lump. Yes, there is fibroadenoma, that's one of the commonest breast lump, but breast cancers can also mimic fibroadenoma and come as lump. So if you notice any lump in the breast, please do not take it for granted. Number 3 is breast asymmetry. Asymmetry means there is a discrepancy, there is a disparity in the shape or alignment or size or texture or orientation of the two breasts. And the only way for you to know this is for you to do constant monthly breast self-examination. I made a video on that, how to do breast self-examination, when I was in medical school. So the link is in the description below. Please try to lay your hand on it and see what you can make out of it. How to do breast self-examination. If you can do it constantly, you will get used to how your breast is. So if at any point you notice any disorientation, any disalignment, any discrepancy, any disparity, then you report to a doctor. That could be a sign or symptom of breast cancer. 4 is breast swelling. Breast swelling. Breast cancer can present with a swelling. It can involve a part of the breast or the whole breast or both breasts. Whichever way, just know that when you notice any swelling on the breast, find out what it is from a doctor. Don't just neglect it and call it one of those things. Alright? Number 5 is nipple discharge. Nipple discharge. It could be bloody, it could be yellowish, it could be greenish, it could be any color. It could be milk too. Apart from your, when you are lactating, especially when it is unilateral. Unilateral nipple discharge is an ominous sign that you must, it's an unforgivable offense for you to have a unilateral nipple discharge and then neglect it. Please. Number 6 is nipple retraction. Nipple retraction is, it seems like, for example, like a rope is attached to the nipple and it's being drawn, backwards into the nipple. It is being retracted inside. That's nipple retraction. It is one of the commonest presentations of breast cancer that you should also look out for. Then pain. Breast cancers can present painful, they can also be painless. This one is neither here nor there. Okay, whether it is painful or painless, just know that pain can also be a symptom of breast cancer, and also know that they can also be painless. Alright, then the next one is peau d'orange, orange peel appearance. I'm sure you have seen an orange before that has some dimpling. That's how it appears. Pom. You see the dimpling and the skin, the peel of an orange. Breast cancers can also appear like that. So watch out for that as you do your breast self-examination. We call it orange peel appearance. Alright, then breast ulcer. Almost all the cases of breast cancer that I've seen presented as an ulcer. Yes, and most times it's a sign that it has advanced. You begin to wonder, what has this person been doing? Okay, so breast cancers can present an ulcer. So when you see an ulcer that you cannot factor into any cause, you cannot lay your mind on any injury or wound or trauma, please suspect breast cancer. Even if it eventually turns out not to be it, but it is good to suspect, please. Then the next one is lump in the armpit. Actually, there is an extension of the breast into the axilla, into the armpit. We'll call it the axillary tail of Spence. It is still part of the breast. So the breast doesn't just end in the anterior chest wall. There's a breast tissue that's still inside the armpit, and cancers can also occur there. So any of these symptoms, ulcers, pain, discharge, or anything can still happen inside the armpit. And also, when breast cancers spread, when they metastasize, the armpit is the commonest place they go. So the lymph nodes in the armpit. So the lymph node in the armpit can also swell and be a presenting symptom for breast cancer. Then another thing is you need to take note is when it is unilateral. All these symptoms I have mentioned, when they are, for example, unilateral breast pain, unilateral breast discharge, unilateral breast swelling, okay, you should be more worried when it involves only a single breast than when it involves both breasts. So in summary, I have mentioned about 10 symptoms and signs that you must look out for. Number one is, I said, asymptomatic. Breast cancers can be asymptomatic. Yes. 2, breast lump. 3, breast asymmetry. 4, breast swelling. 5, nipple discharge. 6, nipple retraction. 7, pain. It could be painful, it could be painless. 8, orange peel appearance, the dumpling, appearance that I told you about. Then 9 is breast ulcer. This one should be noticed easily. And then 10 is lump or swelling or anything in the armpit. And then additionally, I said unilateral involvement should also, make you be more worried. So I hope this helps. Just like I told you, breast cancer is the commonest cancer in the world. So please kindly share this message to as many persons as you wish well, especially every woman that is 40 years and above. Please share this message to them so that they become aware of what is happening. They are not aware. I can tell you that many people are, even though they are aware, they are not conscientized. The consciousness is not in them. That's why somebody will feel a pain or a lump or an ulcer and still don't call it anything because she feels very alright. Okay, so please kindly share and do 3 things for me: share, subscribe, and comment. Yes, give me feedback. Let me know how.
Get white, you can get your right. Should look good in the moonlight. This person looks so